something that's so twin.
Hey gamers. Welcome back to Twin Brain Podcast. Today we're talking about, are we the same person? I don't know, kind of. Genetically. Pretty twin. But do we have the same personality? We'll look to the internet for that one, because who knows this better than Larry, our FBI agent?
The FBI actually, called me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's probably fine. And so today we took the Enneagram... Is that how you say
Enneagram.
that? Enneagram Personality Test. And just the basic short one. And we're going to compare what we got on it and talk about our results. So I think basically how they divide it up is there's 9 different types, and
Go read what they all mean. And then we'll say our percentages is.
okay. So I'll just do them in order. So 1. Type 1 is the perfectionist. Ones place a lot of emphasis on following rules and doing things correctly. Okay, let's see. How much did we each match with type 1?
I got a 57% match on type 1.
And I said, and I was 79. So
You're more of a
I'm
perfectionist.
more of a perfectionist. But I think mine was probably more about following the rules and less about being a perfectionist, because I think I used to be more of a perfectionist than I am. I think I'm less of a perfectionist now. But I probably still am.
I
little
care
bit.
if something is, not perfect, but, if I can't change it, then I'm alright, that's just what it is.
Yeah, I think it depends on what it's asking about, because a lot of times when it says, I hold myself to a high standard, I think about, I want to get all A's in school. And I'm yes, pretty much. I would, somewhat agree with that. And then, or it'll say, I get super upset when something goes wrong. And I would say, no, I really disagree with that. I try not to let little things get to me. And I think I'm pretty good about that. So, I don't think I'm much of a 1.
Number 2.
But I match with it, okay. Okay, number 2 is
The giver.
the giver. 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be helpful to others so that they can be loved and belong. And that was my biggest category. Wait, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Your biggest
Okay, it was a
like-
95. So...
Your biggest was
my
9.
biggest was 9. Oh my goodness,
We'll
wait,
talk
isn't
about
that...
that later.
Okay, anyways. So, I got a 95 for 2. And I think that's so that's my second biggest. And for you, you got a 90. So that's one of your bigger ones.
Yeah.
But not the biggest.
Yeah.
Or the second.
It's the third biggest.
I think that's one of the really important things to me. I'm definitely a giver. I like to be helpful to others, but I don't see it as so I can be loved and belong. And I don't think that it's because I want to be liked. I think that's where there's some disconnect in it. I think it's more of a caretaking thing. I don't know. We'll get to that, I guess. Okay, type 3 is the achiever.
3s want to be successful and admired by other people and are very conscious of their public image.
So Effie got 82. And then mine was 81. So pretty similar.
Pretty close, yeah. Type 4.
So I got a 56, so that's not too much.
Type 4 is known as the individualist. They want to be unique and live life authentically and are highly attuned to their emotional experience.
And Effie got
83.
83. So wow, that's pretty different.
Yeah. Maybe in 3 months you'll...
So you're more of an individualist than I am.
Yeah, I like
You
individual
care more
projects.
about being unique and living your life authentically. Highly attuned to their emotional experience. That's interesting, because I feel like I'm kind of a sensitive person.
Bro, my astrological sign is Cancer, and everyone's like, bro, Cancers are like, they cry and they're so emotional. And I'm like, pfft.
Yeah. I don't think I'm sensitive in that way. I feel like I'm more, like, sensitive to other people's feelings. And, like, but also, I don't like it when people cry, and I get very uncomfortable, and I don't know what to tell them, and I start leaving very fast. You know? Like, I feel like I get that from my dad, though. Because, like, I do not know what to do when people start crying. Unless it's, like, a little kid or a baby.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Or, like,
if
my
someone's
little brother.
crying, I'll be like, I don't
Like,
know
one
how
of
to
my
help.
friends, it's, like, so weird because I know, like, I don't cry at school. I don't think I've ever cried at school. Like, if I was crying at school, what would I want? I would want nobody to know.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want anybody to talk to me.
Yeah, I like people to leave me alone.
So I will, like, turn away and pretend not to notice them, which is probably bad.
Yeah. Isabel, like...
Isabel's always like, wow, guys, you cannot beat me at not crying at school. But 0 deaths. Am I right, gamers?
Yeah. Type? What are we on?
Type 5 is described as the investigator. 5 seek understanding and knowledge and are more comfortable with data than people. Oh, so they would rather be around math than people.
50%.
50%. So that's not my biggest for sure. It might be my like second lowest or no. But like third lowest. So, yeah, I'm not much of an investigator.
I am
F is an
76%.
investigator. Oh. You
What?
want understanding and knowledge. Yeah, you seem like you want a lot of knowledge in your brain, Effie.
Big brain.
You want to, like, learn languages and stuff,
Yeah.
and you want to understand things.
Me gusta.
Yeah, I feel like I like to understand things too deeply. Like, I think that was one of the questions, was, like, I feel like I take the time to understand things more deeply than other people. And I think I would say yes, especially with, like, concepts that we talk about in school. It's like, I don't want to just, like, get it enough to do good on the test. I want to, like, actually understand what it means and why.
Yeah.
So maybe I am an investigator. I don't know. Not really.
Mhm.
Okay, 6. Type
I'm a
6
skeptic.
is a skeptic.
6s are preoccupied with security, seek safety, and like to be prepared for problems.
Okay, those questions were stressing me out on there. Like, I like to be prepared for anything that could possibly go wrong. No. I'm a
Yeah.
47 on that, and Effie's a 43.
Yeah.
I do not think that I seek safety, security, and being prepared for things that go wrong.
7 is my biggest match.
And it's described as the enthusiast. 7s want to have as much fun and adventure as possible and are easily bored.
Yeah. See, that makes a lot of sense to me because I feel like you're more adventurous than me.
What
I
did you
probably
get?
got lower than that. Yeah, I got a 65. See, I like to have fun, I guess, but it's not like what I mean. Like, I think I said I agreed with, like, I seek out fun experiences, but not like when things get boring, I like to make a change. Like, I'm not, like, bad about change, and I don't like it when things change, but it's not like I'm gonna go around, like, changing things up
Yeah.
if I get bored. Or, like, go do crazy things just because. Like,
I want to go skydiving.
yeah, that's the adventurous person. Okay. 8 is the challenger. They see themselves as strong and powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in. I was a 48, so, like, not bad, not great. And Effie was a 49. So, standing up for what I believe in, like,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I see something that, like, I could do to help someone, and I'll be like, I really want to help that thing or whatever. And then I'll, like, not do it. But more recently, I've been, like, trying to
I feel like for me, it's like what you believe in is not as important to me as like helping an individual person, which is not probably true. Like, it's probably more important to work on the issue overall as opposed to like helping one person, but I feel like I'm more likely to just deal with problems that I see and not seek them out to try and find problems that I can fix. The challenger, I don't think I see myself as like strong and powerful.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, and then 9. Effie got 95. Oh wait, it's type 9 is the peacemaker. 9s like to keep a low profile and let the people around them set the agenda.
Yeah.
So Effie got a 95 and I got a 98, so that's like my highest
That was
one.
your biggest, yeah.
The peacemaker, I guess I'm this.
Yeah, I like to like
If
not
this
have
group
arguments.
wants to tell me that I will go along with what they say, then I will go along with that. Because, yeah, I've never really got into fights with people.
Yeah.
It's like being passive-aggressive, but without the without the aggressive, without the aggressive part. I'm not very aggressive. I avoid confrontation. I don't like to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
I think, like, one of the questions that were interesting to me that, like, really stood out and, like, confused me almost was, like, the ones that were, I am constantly seeking out ways to improve myself. And on some of them, like, the phrasing was like, oh my goodness, yes. And on some of them, that was like, no, that's crazy, that's not me at all. And it was really weird because it was like, there's so many questions on this test that are, like, very, very similar, but sometimes they just hit you in a completely different way. You know? Because there was one that was like, I have many plans and how I can make myself better. And I was like, what? That is so weird. No, I do not, like, constantly think about, like, I could be better at this, I could be better at this. But then when I think about it, it's like, whenever I do something wrong,
It's like, oh, I could have done better.
and I
Like
don't
for
think of it
tests?
as, like, on tests. That's not what it makes me think of. What it makes me think of is, like, if I do something and I think that it might have hurt someone's feelings at all, I, like, go home and I, like, freak out. This is probably really bad, but I'll, like, think about it. I'll, like, play it over, like, 1,000,000 times in my head, and I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Next time, like, I'm going to work on, like, not even going close to what I did, even if it wasn't that bad, because I'm not a mean person. I don't, like, go out of my way to be mean to people.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember one time I was, like, in running club or something, and there was, like, this person, and I told them, like, well, at least I'm better at running than you. I think it was, like, about running or something. But I don't remember exactly how I phrased it. It wasn't that mean, even. And I was definitely joking, and it was definitely very obvious to tell that I was joking. And then they were just like, that's kind of mean. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just kidding, I'm just kidding. And then I went home and I, like, cried. I was like, oh my goodness, that was so mean, I can't believe I said that, I feel so embarrassed about it, I don't even know what I'm doing. And then after that, I was just like, I'm never gonna say anything about that again. But I think it was just coming from a place of, like, I knew that I was not good at running. It didn't really have that much to do with running. I think I was just complaining about it, and I was trying to relate to them on, like, that it was hard for both of us. But it didn't turn out that good. And it never turns out good when I, like, try to, like, when I was little, there would always be people who would be like, haha, you're so mean. And then they would just be like, no, I'm just kidding, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, they'd say something mean and they'd be like, no, I'm just kidding, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
and I was like, that's kind of an annoying thing that people do. But then I was just like, yeah, it's kind of
bullying.
normal. And then I'll, like, try to do it, like, every once in, like, a million years, and it does not go well, and I just feel so bad. So that's what I think about when it's, like, constantly improving. That's, like, social mistakes. That's what I think about. Like, not usually, like, performance-type mistakes or, like, other things, like, decision mistakes, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, probably. It's more like social mistakes when I'm like, oh no, that was not good. Even if it really was not that bad, I just really blow it out of proportion. That's kind of a personal problem.
Yeah. Anyway, this also shows one of our top 3 personality superpowers. But you have to have your full report to see all of them and the blind spots that may be holding you back.
Yeah, right. Okay, we don't care. We're not gonna
the
make
one
an
that
account.
it shows for you is discipline. And on the 0 to 20, it says 19. And for me, it says optimism, and it's 19 as well.
Yeah.
So, I guess I will really be doing optimism.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty optimistic as well. But I try not to be, like, overly optimistic. You know? I try to see both sides of things.
Yeah. Like, it's easier for people to see the negative side of things, so I'm always like, well, at least, like, you're still alive.
Yeah. During tennis, I would always be telling Isabel, like, oh, what did I say? Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. That's not the thing that I'm thinking of. I don't know. Oh, I would say, like, not with that attitude. Because she would say, like, oh, I'm never gonna get better at this. And I would say, not with that attitude, because, you know, if you don't think you can, then you probably never will. And I was always like, I think you can.
Yeah,
So
my brother does that. It's so bad. He's like, I can't beat this boss and whatever. And I'm like, bruh, you've beat it like 20 times before. And then as soon as he beats it, though, as soon as he beats that boss, he's like, oh, I'm the best. I'm better than you and Daddy and I'm like, Elijah. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That's just brothers for you. And then mine is discipline, though. So apparently I'm very disciplined. Temptations and distractions are no match for your single-minded focus. When you have a goal, nothing can get in your way. You have a tremendous amount of willpower, which only flourishes when you are tasked with achieving something, and you are unlikely to become waylaid on the path to what you want. I would agree with that. Yeah. What are you doing?
What?
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 Okay. Yeah, I always do my homework, so I guess I'm pretty disciplined in that aspect.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to read mine.
If I say I'm gonna do something, I usually do it.
Mark my words.
Mark my words, I'm gonna. That should be my catchphrase, apparently.
Yeah, so mine is optimism. Your dedication to a glass full... Your dedication to a glass half full mentality keeps you going when others might give up and gives you the courage to try things that many might see as too risky. You genuinely believe that things usually work out for the best, and with your determination to make things go your way, this is often a self-fulfilling prophecy. Bro, I have a prophecy.
Whoa. That's pretty prophesizable.
Prophetic.
Wait a minute.
Fortune tellers, though. What
Yeah.
happens if you ask to unlock your full report?
There was...
It's like 20.
What?
It's almost
That's
$20.
dumb.
It's almost $20.
That's
Bro,
dumb.
I have like $20.
No.
I want to read all of it, though. My phone be buzzing.
Is it the FBI?
No, it's not the FBI.
Well, I guess that's our superpowers and stuff. See, I think I'm, like, pretty optimistic, and I think that I don't do risky things because I don't think that they will end badly, but I think that I am willing to do things that have some risk without thinking of every bad thing that can possibly go wrong. Because if you sit there thinking about every bad thing that can possibly go wrong, then what kind of setup is that for yourself? Like, and having a plan for each one. Like, I don't know, maybe in some type of intense situation I might want to do that, but, like, not usually. Like, if something goes wrong, it just goes wrong. What's the worst that can happen, right?
I typed juvie, and it autocorrected to juice.
What are you typing in over there, Effie? Wait a minute. Okay, so we have a lot more measures left than we did last time, so maybe we should answer our questions now from fans.
Okay, our fan questions.
Wow, guys, we actually got some this time. Thank you, fans.
There's 2.
Hit up our Instagram.
So
The first one from Biba Diba
Yep.
is, who is Joe? Now, we've answered this in a previous podcast, episode 3, with our little baby sister,
we really
Lillian.
talked about who really is Joe.
So, what else can we say about who's Joe?
It's Effie's cousin. It's Joe Mama.
Yeah,
Joe
Joe
Mama.
Mama. My cousin lives in a some place in this world. We cannot give you this information because it is very, very, very important that
Imagine
Joe
if
stays
Joe
a
was
secret.
out of this world.
And then at Smile and Wave Boys,
Wow, I wonder who that is.
it says, how do you say seal in French?
I'm familiar with this one from French class. Do I have to say it?
Would you like, you are the French person.
Fuck.
Now you might be wondering, that is how you say it, okay? I will get Google right here.
I would never say a bad word, guys. That's
Me
just how
neither.
you say seal, okay?
Okay.
You can ask my dad or Lillian's mom if you don't believe me.
What?
No.
Google says
You're doing French to English.
I'm doing English to French.
No. You're doing it wrong. You have to be like the animal. Not to seal. That's like to seal something up.
Wait, I can do...
Here we go.
Le phoque.
Yeah, that's Google for you.
Yeah.
Not making stuff up, guys. It's masculine
phoque.
word.
Le phoque.
Sounds weird on French. Wait, the guy said, okay, hey Siri, how do you say seal in French?
In French, seal is phoque. Phoque. Phoque.
Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Phoque.
Okay. Am I gonna have to start bleeping this out? No.
It's just
we
seal
were
in
not saying
French.
that,
Fuck.
guys. Alright.
Alright.
Well, that's all the questions we have for today. Have we had enough time on the podcast, or are we playing 20 questions?
I think this is gonna just be a shorter one since the last one is longer.
Yep. Okay.
Have a good break, rest of the break, hashtag.
Happy almost New Year's. I think this is going to be going up like 2 days before
Yeah.
the new year. See you in 2020 with my new 2020 vision. Because I'm allowed to go to the optometrist in January, so I need new glasses. Okay, bye guys.
Adios.